Roy, how do you feel?
Like the Ultimate Fighter.
Did you see the fight playing out with a knockout win, or did you think you were gonna, like ground and pound or submit? How did you see it going?
Actually, I've been working with my striking coach, Marco. He's a Mercedes coach. Actually, our plan was pretty much to, kind of bang it out a little bit, and then if I ever got in trouble, I'd have to actually do a takedown, and then probably submit from there, ground and pound. But kind of more give the false sense that, like, this is the only way you can beat me. And it was standing up and beat him at his own game, and then plus, it's one of those things to show the fans, that who Big Country is.
Did you feel like you were winning the stand-up exchange before the final shot?
Yeah, because I landed actually 3 right hands that just barely tipped his chin, and then the last one I actually stepped in, and then that was the one that actually put him to the floor.
His jab seemed fairly effective, though. Was that bothering you at all?
No, I was just trying to gauge his range. I mean, he has like some god awful reach. But the thing is like I knew when I was getting hit with this jab, I'm like, okay, now I got to really step in, and then that's where I kind of, because the only way that I knew he was going to hurt me was with his right hand, but he had to step in too. But I knew if he steps in when he throws his 2, I'm going to be able to hit him with my 2, because we're just going to, just 2 forces meet, and one's going to land and the other one's not.
Well, during the show, Dana was critical of you, and you said to him, "Hey, I'm not going to give it all. I got 3 more fights to go. Wait till the finale." And it seemed like tonight you really laid it out there. Was that your game plan?
Yeah, when you fight in front of a crowd, it's a way bigger difference than actually fighting in front of about 22 people. When you're actually fighting in the house, it's actually more of a sparring match. When you're fighting in a crowd, you kind of you feel the roar, you feel the pump, and it's actually a euphoric feeling, So, you're just going to go out there and just give it 120%, especially in front of a live crowd, because that's the entertainment value. When you're in the house, you're just trying to, because it's a tournament format, so you have to just get the W's to get where we are today.
Ben Rothwell, your fellow former IFL guy, said everything he did up to this point was preparation for UFC. How do you feel now that you're in the UFC?
I feel pretty good. I mean, I think I took the the hardest road after talking to like Forrest and Rashad. They always say this is the hardest road to actually become the champion. So I wanted to challenge myself, and that's the reason why I kind of jumped into the house. Plus, it was more of a business decision where it's like fighting 5 times in front of a live crowd in the UFC. So it's a marketing decision, So now everybody knows who Roy Nelson is.
Roy, can you talk about the difficulties of fighting 3 times in a 6-week period?
It's pretty tough because you got to worry about am I going to get hurt? Are you going to? You're afraid to throw a punch too hard because you might break your hand because you don't have recovery time. It really sucks. I mean, I felt bad for Marcus because Marcus, I think, fought 3 times in a week and a half. For myself, I had a little more time, maybe a week and a half per fight versus, but still, that's a long time. So, you just got to look at it as a hard sparring match when you're actually in the house.
Hey, Roy. That big right hand was working really well for you. You connected with it 3 or 4 times. When you guys used to train together back in the house, is that something that you kind of thought about? Is that a weakness you saw in his striking game?
No, actually, his weakness that we, actually, if anybody ever watched the show, is if you just can't make a mistake, because he always won all his fights off of somebody else making a mistake. So my biggest thing was not to make any mistakes. And Brendan was definitely, he's a good striker. He has, a good career in front of him. It's just one of those things where, just the better fighter one time. And I'm not retired yet.
All right, I'm going to